Hey there, happy Tuesday morning and welcome back to Mr. B's here at 1995 Northwest 86th Street in Clive, Iowa. He is Tim Sitzman. I am Chris Williams.
It's good to be with you again, man.
Yeah.
Short order here, buddy.
Really, and we're even wearing the same clothes this time. Hey, Tim, big sale. You got a biannual sale coming up,
Yeah,
right?
we call it the twice-a-year deal. You can't miss. That'll be the end of June. Put that on your calendar. Mark your calendar. Come and see us. Be running for 30 days. You got to get here. We close it out with our annual sidewalk sale that we do at the end of July. But you get the best selection early, so come early.
All right. It sounds like a great. What date does that start?
It starts about the 25th of June, and it'll run through the 1st of August. But as I said, we deplete the inventory, so come early.
Come check it out, Mr. B's, 1995 Northwest 86th Street in Clive. Tim, today I'm going to pose one question to you.
All right.
Yesterday, Phil Steele, big college football guru, released his toughest schedules in the nation for college football. Number one, the toughest schedule in America, the Iowa State Cyclones, according to Phil Steele. So I pose this question to you today. Would you rather the Clones play the toughest schedule in America, or would you rather them play some cupcakes early? Swipe Utah, Northern Illinois off the schedule, get rid of the Hawks, and play cupcakes to get 4 automatic victories.
You're gonna give me the first shot at this?
I'm going to give you the first shot.
I would rather play a few cupcakes. I think the fans want to go to bowl games. They're all we hear in football is if you get 6-6, you're bowl eligible. They talk about it from the day they get on the field, and we saw what happened last year in a wonderful season for the first-year coach Paul Rhodes and what he did, and getting to that bowl game and beating Minnesota. What a wonderful game that was, and we remember the excitement. So in order to get there in a program that's building, you have to have some competitive games that you have a shot at. When you go into a season like you're talking about, the odds of an upset is always there and makes everybody feel warm and fuzzy, but it's also a possibility to be an 0-6 before you know what happens, and then the fans get dejected. They say, oh, we got a terrible team. No, you don't. You're playing the toughest schedule in the United States in football. You got a great team, but you're just not ready for that. And unfortunately, Paul Rhodes came into a situation knowing the schedule.
Yep. Nothing he can do about it.
Nothing he can do about it, and accepting the challenges that he's accepting. And I personally believe, and I'm here to predict right now, there's going to be an upset in some of those. But will it be enough to be 6-6 and be bowl eligible? I'm going on the record as I doubt it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see a 500 season.
Yeah.
And I'll let you say your piece.
Well, I think the schedule now, people are starting to figure out how tough it actually is, because Northern Illinois on a Thursday night to kick off the season.
Good luck. It's tough.
A lot of people laughed at me when I said this a couple weeks ago, but Sporting News comes out with their magazine, their top 100. Northern Illinois is ranked nearly 40 spots ahead of the Cyclones.
I know.
Okay, so
and then what you got?
Now you're starting to see, well, wait a second. Well, you had Northern Illinois checked off as a sure thing. Well, as Lee Corso would say, not so fast, my friend, because that's all of a sudden a really tough football game.
Right. And we can win that, but then we got Utah coming.
Well, you got Utah, you got Iowa.
Yep.
In Northern Iowa, that should be a shoo-in this year. I think that they're going to be really down. I'm with you. I say you keep Iowa on the schedule. You start off with a 1AA team on a Thursday night like you did last year with North Dakota State. Play the Hawks, because you can beat the Hawks every now and then. I mean, look at the last 10 years.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then I like playing a school along the lines of like an Ohio or somebody from the MAC conference at Kent State, maybe even Northern Illinois. Keep them on the schedule. That's fine. And then you know what? Don't jump up and play that Utah. I'm content with watching the Clones beat the snot out of some Sun Belt team or something like that.
They had Connecticut not too long ago, and they've developed into a pretty good program.
They're playing Connecticut in 2011 on the road at UConn.
Good luck.
The away portion of that.
They've built a nice little program out there.
Yeah. So I'm with you. I say at this point in time of the Paul Rhodes era, at any program when you're still building, do whatever you possibly can to get to a bowl game.
Right.
And once you know you're going 8-4 consistently, then let's throw Utah on the schedule maybe. Or then we'll try and schedule something with an SEC team. But right now, I'm totally down with just beating the snot out of some cupcakes. Why not get that confidence and get a winning tradition?
I'd like to see those first 2 or 3 games. I'm a proponent. Nobody will probably agree with me out there, but I'll throw this out so we get a little fan base calling back. I'd rather see the Iowa State game be at the end of the season.
Yeah, on Rivalry Saturday.
On Rivalry Saturday, and let that happen instead of right at the beginning of the season, where it could affect whether you're going to get a bowl bid. And maybe put it at the end, and you could be 7-5 playing that game, and you'd play it hard just for the rivalry. rather than positioning yourself.
Do you remember actually the year 9/11 happened?
They did play it later.
They played it up at Trice, in November. And that was that was one of the greatest games in the series history.
I know, and I've always been a proponent of that, rather than have it so early in the season when teams are trying to figure out who's going to play where and who's going to come to play, and get the heart of the lion out of there to the players. But that's just my opinion.
Well,
I'm glad we're on the same side. We aren't always in these things, and that's good. But I really believe that this schedule is going to be. We as fans have to say, hey, let's take this year for what it is. If we end up 500 through that deal, that's like being 8-4.
Well,
and we got to realize that.
And I think it's very likely too. It's very possible that this team is a better football team with a worse record.
Right. There's no question. And I think we're going to see improvements, more athleticism. You're going to see a better coached football team because they're going to get onto the program that he's trying to teach them. But all that being said, it's a tough schedule.
Tough schedule, but it sure is fun to be talking football here at the beginning part of June with Tim. Again, come out the sidewalk sale, the biannual sale at Mr. B's. It starts June 25th.
Yes. Come on out. Just get into the best selection. As we progress in, we end up with what we call our consolidation sale of 2 stores, but ours and B's. That's the end of July. Put that on your calendar. It's a great time to purchase product from us.
All right, well, we're looking forward to it, Tim. Thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks, Chris. Good to be with you.
We appreciate it. A lot to talk about here at Mr. B's, 1995 Northwest 86th Street, Clive, Iowa. We will be back next week.